Hi, I'm Judy Litt, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about the changing of our seasons. If you're in the northern hemisphere right now, we are moving from the last days of summer, and today it actually feels a lot like summer where I am, and we're moving into early fall. So what does that mean? Summer, according to Ayurveda, is Pitta season, and that means it's heating. And that seems pretty obvious, doesn't it? And as we move from Pitta, summer, and into fall, we're moving into Vata season. Now, Vata is dry, it's windy, it's cold. So as we don't always feel that way in early fall, but the mornings begin to feel a lot cooler, don't they? Which is really nice. I don't have to get out and run right away. I can take my time and wait a little bit. And I'm just going to give you a couple of things to consider here as we move into Vata season, that dry, windy, cold season. We need to change up what we're doing a little bit. So, foods to think about introducing as we move from early fall into late fall are the ones that we normally see as we move into harvest time, as we move into Thanksgiving time. You'll have to excuse me, I just had a bee buzzing around me. That's another thing we see in early fall. Um, okay, so foods to pacify the vata nature of early fall and late fall. They're warming, they're moist or oily because we're trying to counteract the cold, the dry, and the windy. And some other foods to consider, um, Ayurveda, which I will tell you right now, I am not by any means an expert in, but I have done a lot of study of it. It's a big subject. So other foods that can pacify vata when it's out of balance are bitter and astringent foods. And those are the foods that we find in our harvest festival, things like pumpkin, leafy greens, cranberry. Also, grounding. Because vata is wind, it is movement. If you happen to have a vata constitution, you may be a very creative person and you may jump from thing to thing to thing. That is vata nature. Okay, so how do we counteract that? We ground. And following this video, I have a grounding meditation for you. Now, another way to get grounded is to eat root vegetables. Those are the things that are becoming ripe at this time of year. Those are things like sweet potatoes, carrots, beets, parsnips, winter squashes. And then it's not just the physical things that we need to change up as we move from season to season. There's also the subtle nature of seasons. So early fall, and as we move into late fall, it is a time of letting go. We see that all over nature. The trees are letting go of their leaves so that they can be strong and make it through the winter. The squirrels are scurrying around. They are burying their nuts so that they will have foods to sustain them through the long, lean, cold winter months. So summer, that Pitta season, that heating, active season, is a time when we are going and we are doing, and that is the right time of year to be doing it. The days are long, they are warm. It invites activity. But as the summer winds down and the fall begins to move from fall into winter, we are naturally drawn to different kinds of foods. We are naturally drawn, so to speak, to withdraw. to become less active, to do things inside, to slow down, to do things that are more restful, less active. And this is natural, it's nature's way. So that's just a few little tips about how yoga and Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, helps us to live seasonally. A few little tips for things you can think about maybe bringing in, maybe things are time to let go. I would love to know what you do as you move from summer into fall. Do you have any rituals? Is there anything that is just a must-do for you at this time of year? Go ahead and drop me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. If you like this vlog and you like the meditation that follows it, please go ahead and click the like button. And if you want to know when new videos are added, go ahead and click subscribe. I do a lot of yin yoga videos, obviously. The name of my channel is Go With Yin Yoga. But I also do hatha yoga videos. I do a little kundalini style videos. I do meditations on a regular basis. In the future, I'm probably going to be adding some more restorative practices to the channel. So that's what you can expect if you subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I really hope that you have a wonderful fall and enjoy this time as we move out of summer and into fall. And one last thing, I forgot I was going to mention this. For many, many years, I was like, I like fall. You know, I like the changing season, of course. I like that it gets cooler and it's easier to run. I love the changing leaves. It's beautiful. But for many years, I felt like fall means winter is coming, which of course it does. And we can't change that unless you change where you live. And I've lived in warm places where there wasn't much fall. But I've come to realize that it's an attachment thing. It's an attachment versus aversion. And these are the things that make us unhappy. Trying to avoid the things we don't like and only hold on to the things that we do like. And of course, this has nothing to do with fall, really, but I thought I'd just mention it. Those are the things that create suffering in our lives. So over the last few years, I've really tried to make my peace with fall, to realize that no matter how I feel, winter's going to come. So I need to just be present every day, realize the gifts that I'm given today, and just embrace it. Find the beauty in winter, and that we need that winter to move into spring. We need to let go of summer to move into fall. It's just nature. And there is no good and bad. It's just thinking makes it so. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful fall.